Bonjour, welcome to the series where we are focusing on the French lessons from Entre Jeunes-2 for the CBSE students. So grab your notebooks and let's get started. In the previous videos, we have understood the chapter, the lessons vocabulary, and then in another video, we did the futur antérieur, the grammar concept, and here we have another cultural aspects of it, culture and civilization.
Section B asks questions around this topic. So let's understand what this passage really contains. First is le système d'éducation, the education system. So here we are talking about the education system of the two countries. I have to mention this. This is a great thing, like very easy thing if you really observe that the section B and section D are very much aligned and overlapping. So if you are thorough with your culture and civilization, you can use the same phrases or in a similar pattern. You can just manipulate it here and there, and you can use it in letters as well. So that makes your tasks a little easy. Now let's go on. Okay. L'enseignement en France, the teaching in France, comme en Inde, like in India, est public, is public, gratuit, free et obligatoire and compulsory. Jusqu'à 16 ans, just till 16 years en France et jusqu'à 14 ans en Inde, and just till 14 years in India. Now, they have drawn a very clear difference between the France and India. Like, what is the clear difference in the education system? So let's see that. So over here we have this word jusqu'à, so you can translate it as just till, or you can also say until, till, through, whatever is actually suiting to the line, right? So we can write until. Now, for France, which starts with the l'école maternelle, that is the nursery school from 2 to 6. So the students, the kids, are actually enrolled in the school by the age of 2. Now they go to the primary school by the age of 6. From 6 à 11 ans, they are in the primary school. Then, like we have high school, right? Similarly, in French, they call it collège, le collège. Over here, they stay for 4 years, and then finally they give an exam of brevet that was mentioned very briefly in the previous video when we were tackling the future anterior questions. So here the diploma given is brevet. Now, the kids go to lycée. So there are two types of lycée, either a general lycée or a professional. In professional, they go for a medical degree or the engineering degree. So the kids have already made up their mind and they go for these professional schools, right? So as you can see that it is going in a very descending order. Like in India, we have our schools from first class, second, third, fourth, and goes up to 12. Here they're going in a very descending order from 12 onwards, and in the lycée, finally they come to the terminal, the terminal 1. That's the terminal 1 or 2. Finally, after they're done with their education, there's an exam named baccalaureate. The diploma name is also baccalaureate that they get. This is the degree that they can further use for either applying to the jobs or applying to the university. Since we read in the chapter that universities are very expensive, so usually the kids do not straight away go to the university. There are many methods. Maybe they go for a job first, or maybe they would apply to some scholarships, go for some part-time jobs, and then do the enroll in the courses of the university. Now, if we compare to the India, the names are slightly changed. If you see, maternal primaire are same, but the college is over here. It is high school, and lycée here we call higher secondary school. And if you call about the exam, like what the certificate do we get? So here if you call about the 10th, like you're going to give the 10th CBSE board exam. So this is the certificate you're going to get, secondary school certificate examination. And after 12th, you're going to get the higher secondary school examination certificate by the CBSE. And after that, we decide to go to college, that is like simple arts, science, or a professional college, like for a medical degree, an MBBS, or an engineering degree. So these are the professional courses. Okay. Now, let's tackle these questions because such similar questions come in the exam as well. So let's write an answer for them, which will help you in your final exams. Okay. Now, first one. À quel âge entre-t-on à l'école maternelle? So at which age do the kids do they enter in the school? So I'm writing the answer over here. Entre à l'école, at the school, maternelle, at the nursery school, at 2 years. Dans quelle classe entre-t-on au collège? In which class Do you enter in a college? Okay. So the second one is asking in which class do you enter in a college. So we can just check the number because I'm not really thorough with it right now. So it's like CVM, the sixth class, right? So write the subject. You can write it also on the question actually. Then the verb is over here. So entre au collège à sixième classe. Quel diplôme peut-on avoir? Which diploma can one have quand on termine des études au collège? So when they finish their education in the college, which diploma degree do they have? Do they get? That is of the brevet, right? So one will have future sample, le brevet, quand, when you can simply copy paste the lines from here to here. First three questions are done. Coming to the fourth one, où faut-il aller? Where one must go pour faire le baccalauréat, for getting the baccalaureate. So if you have to complete your baccalaureate, to get the exams done, you have to go to lycée, you have to complete the education there. So once again, we're going to copy the answer from, we're going to make the answer from this question itself. So we're going to start with il faut aller au lycée. And then we can continue from pour faire le baccalauréat, we can write it as it is here. This is the fourth one. Fifth, combien d'années, how many years passe-t-on dans une école primaire? So how many years does one pass in primary school or and in India? So in India, we are spending around 5 years. Okay, so let's write it down. The fifth one. And the one passes 5 ans dans une primaire école. Sixième. À quel âge inscrit un enfant à l'école? At which age can he actually enroll a child in the school? So this is very much similar to the first one, and our answer was 2 years, right? So 2 to 6. So yep, that's our answer here. Quel diplôme obtient-on à la fin des études secondaires and in India? Which diploma do we get after finishing the studies of secondary education in India? So one obtient le diplôme, the diploma. So this particular part, you can write it in English itself, secondary school certificate. And then of course we can copy rest of it from the question itself. Finally, the eighth one. Quelle matière étudies-tu? So which subjects you study? So this is a very personal answer that you can write. So j'étudie les arts ou les sciences. You can write mathematics as well. Okay, etc. Like this is your here. So I hope the solving was clear to everyone. Yeah. So I hope the solving was clear to everyone. The questions are crystal clear. If there are any doubts, please write it in the comment box. Thank you so much.